It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday night live stream. How are you? I'm all right. I'm kind of celebrating St. Patrick's Day, but not really. That was days and days ago, but I kind of am. I kind of am celebrating that, so that's where I stand. Today on the show, I'll be eating something. I'll be drinking coffee. I will be playing a game, showing pictures. But before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into this live stream chat. So let's do that right now. And my chat might be different than yours, but that's okay. We'll see what's going on as soon as the music starts. Here it is. What is this? Today's gold medalist, Pepper Tree Villa. Congratulations on your gold medal today. Silver goes to Paul Eichenlaub, who is so close to that gold every week. And Samantha Lowe is our bronze medalist. Congratulations, you 3. Again, your results might be different than mine, but as it stands, those were the first 3 people in the chat. Thank you for being here and being the first ones here. Sir Gary of the Beaches, a close 4th. Thanks for being here, Gary. Noah, welcome in. Taking home some crumble cookies for the first time. I hope they treat you well. They're fun. Enough said. Okay, it's Joey's World. Welcome in. Had the lead but blew it. Dang spring training game. It's probably, the spring training game was probably better. Although I don't know. Who knows? Who's to say? I'm not sure. Donna Jaworski, season's greetings to you. Thanks for stopping by. Mar in Memphis, hello to you. Hello, Sunshine Nation. Because I'm kind of celebrating St. Patrick's Day belatedly, I wanted to wear a green shirt, of course, and this is, one of them. Available on Amazon. If you care, thanks for being here, Mar. Dreamer Deborah, hello to you. Welcome in. Movie Mania Nick is also here. Hi, guys. What? Rob Fuzz, welcome in, Rob. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for spending a bit of your Tuesday with me. It is a lot of fun. Michelle the Quilter, hello to you. And Monorail Molly is also here. Thanks for stopping by. I hope we'll have fun today. I've got some things to snack on and sip, as it were. But yeah, Evan Hudden, welcome in. Good to see you here. Mom and Dad, hello to you. Hi to the Sunshine Gang, indeed. Kate Wilby, you are not late. You are right on time for the 6th minute of the show. I'm kidding. You are not late. Ryan, welcome in. All right. Okay, so since this is kind of a St. Patrick's Day show, I've got to. It's not full-fledged St. Patrick's Day show. I've got some things. My wife bought me some green things to eat. So I thought, well, okay, I'll have a St. Patrick's Day show. Let's do that. But first, I haven't given everybody an update on the boy in a long time. The boy is studying abroad in Valencia, Spain. But on select weekends, those kids over there that are studying go on these little weekend trips. And he had a good one a couple of weeks ago. One where he went actually to Dublin. So I thought that was apropos. He tells me this is in Dublin, and I don't know. I didn't have time to. I had time. I had 2 weeks, but I just didn't. I didn't look up what this monument was. Here it is. Here's the boy. He tells me this is in Ireland. And perhaps it is. I don't know. It's not the Guinness factory, so I don't know what this is. It's what do you call the Washington Monument? Not a monolith. And it's I don't even think it starts with that prefix. There's a word. What is that type of structure? Anyway, it looks like the Washington Monument. Anybody can help me out here. I don't really know. But here's one that looks a little more like Ireland. This is the boy and his buddy. And are those elk? I'm not sure what those are. Obelisk. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. You knew what I was talking about. Super Fluffy Yeti, welcome in. Good to see you here. So, yeah, that's a bit of Ireland. That's a bit of More Sunshine, Please, in Ireland. Those pictures are as close as I've ever gotten to Ireland. I've never been, so. But he has, and he spent a weekend. Also, on that weekend, he went to London and Lisbon, Portugal. But because these are weekend trips, they don't spend very long, especially when they go to multiple places like that. They don't spend very long in one place, but they want to visit as many places as they can. Were those moose? Just smaller moose? I don't know. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. So he's living his best life over there, and he's having a great time. Ben Peppertree Villa is here. Welcome. Scary, windy. Please be careful. I hope Sherry can navigate the winds. Mar has been to London and Lisbon. They started their weekend in Lisbon, stayed the night, flew to Dublin, stayed the night, or maybe 2, and then went to London. The boy, he really liked London. That was his favorite spot that weekend, he tells me. But they did tour the Guinness factory and had a sample in Dublin. What else? I don't remember much else. We don't get a lot of pictures, but we did get those. But they didn't take any in the Guinness factory there, which is what I was hoping for. It doesn't matter. Happy to get those. Arnie enjoyed London almost 40 years ago. Again, I've never been there. The boy liked it a lot. The boy had fish and chips in Dublin, and that was on his bucket list to have fish and chips in London or Dublin, and he certainly did that. Also to have a Guinness. So I'm super excited for him. And this coming up weekend, they're celebrating one of those kids' birthdays, and they're going to Tenerife in the Canary Islands. What kind of life are they living over there? But more power to them. It's awesome. Last week after the show, after my show is usually Mouse Talk. And when I was done with my show, say 8 o'clock-ish, I saw on my phone, because I'm subscribed to the SpaceX YouTube page, and I get a notification whenever they have a video, and they usually have a live stream when they're about to launch something. So last week, hey, Atwood, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Last week, after my show, I saw SpaceX. They had a launch due about 10 minutes after my show had ended. So when I was in the chat for the Mouse Talk live stream, I said, and they were home, so I said, hey, there's going to be a SpaceX launch. Can you guys see it from your house? And I know they went outside at that time, and they were able to see in the sky the rocket. Well, they live in the middle of the state. So they're about an hour from the Space Coast, as it were. We're over by Tampa, so we're on the other side of the state, but occasionally you can still see rockets being launched. And especially at night, if it's not cloudy, we can get a good look at a nice orange spot rising in the sky. It's been a long time since we've been able to see anything. Usually because of the cloud cover, we just can't see what's going on the other side of Florida. Well, I wanted to see again, so I have video of what we were able to see. This is a couple minutes long. It's going to start out. I actually have some of the SpaceX live stream. You're going to see the launch of the rocket, and then I'm going to go picture in picture. I'm going to put that in the corner, and then I'm going to give you our view. It's not much. It's certainly not as cool as the live stream, and it wasn't even as big as what Mouse Talk could see over near Orlando. And holy cow, Ben, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That'll knock you over. Eey. A neighbor's tree just fell. Oh my. Let's take your mind off of that with some SpaceX video. All right. So here we go. I'll try to unmute my mic to let you see what's going on. Is this it? Is this ready? There it is. All right.
3, 2.
Oh, I'm not muted.
1.
Okay, so here's the launch.
Full power.
And we, of course, couldn't see this from home, but this was on
Go
YouTube.
Falcon, go Dragon.
And I'm not going to
Falcon
show
9
everything.
soars
I
off the
do
launch pad.
shorten
Dragon now on
this
its way
video.
to the International Space
But you can see
Station with
the
important new science
count at the bottom of the
experiments
screen.
and crew supplies.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
Holy moly. You guys had a tree fall in your garage?
And there's that
Okay,
call
so
out for
I
Max Q.
dissolved
Coming
to
up
a little
next
bit.
are
Now
5
we're
events
a
back-to-back.
minute 20
First
into
is main
the
engine cutoff,
flight.
or MECO, which is when all 9 of the Merlin 1D
And you can hear the
engines on the first
SpaceX
stage
guy
will shut
telling you
down.
what's going on.
After those 9 engines shut down, the first and second stages will separate, also called out over the nets as stage separation.
Holy
Then
moly.
the first stage will flip. Then the first stage will flip around to make its way back to its landing site, the drone ship named a Shortfall of Gravitas. The second stage will then ignite its Merlin
Please be
vacuum
careful,
engine
Ben.
to boost Dragon to low Earth orbit during SES-1.
Okay, so
And
now
the
I'm going to
last
go
event is
picture
the
in picture
boost
here
back
pretty
burn To
soon.
reduce velocity of the
So,
first stage.
okay, so
in
now
preparation
that
for
what you were
atmospheric
just
entry.
watching is now in
And
the
this whole
bottom right.
sequence will take place over about 30
And that's what we
seconds
could
or so.
see from the other side of the
Now we
stage.
should be hearing that call
And I
out
zoom in
for
a
main
little bit
engine
so we can see it
cutoff
a little
in
bit better.
about 20 seconds from now.
Behind a cloud.
Now, the next thing of note you'll see is when the
Wonderful
rocket
tracking shot
separates
of our
from its
rocket.
boosters. I think that's what's going on. I don't really know.
We might see it above the clouds.
Yeah. I wonder
So we couldn't see it for a couple seconds, and then it appears again. I thought maybe it was behind a cloud or something.
We see that one
So now on the live stream of
Yeah.
SpaceX. Oh, hey, thanks.
Stage separation.
Oh, you did that. Oh, I had. That's all right. I'll just use
Did
this
it
to.
just separate or something?
In back ignition.
Can you open that?
Stage 1 boost back startup.
Oh, yeah, good. Thank you. No, that's all right.
And there's all of those callouts for those milestones. So we had MECO, stage separation, a stage 1 flip, second engine start 1, and the start of the partial boost back burn. While a boost back burn is normally performed in order to return the...
Okay, so now we can no longer see it from our house, but I wanted to show you, in
There's the start
years
of that,
past,
first stage
they
landing
used to
burn on the
lose
left
those
side of your
booster
screen.
rockets to the ocean floor. Well, now, for the last 100 or so launches SpaceX has done, they have it where
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
they get their boosters to return. There's a platform out in the ocean, and you can see it landing on that, and they will be able to use that rocket again.
And there you saw the Falcon 9 first stage successfully
Stage
land,
one
and you
landing
can probably
confirmed.
hear the cheering behind me.
Yes, Ben is in some sort of hurricane type deal over in Oakland, and am I right? Did I see that a tree fell on Ben's garage while he's watching this live stream? I don't know. Our thoughts are with Ben, of course. And then Arnie says, "Please get video." Okay, yeah, yes, please do. Indeed. Where am I? All right. And there we are. I'm so thrown. So hopefully you enjoyed that. You could see what we were finally able to see in the sky. I had a delivery while you were watching that, so let's drink some coffee.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Okay, so Irish coffee is on the menu for today, and I've never had Irish coffee. I wasn't even exactly sure what Irish coffee was. I thought maybe it was just coffee and you poured some Bailey's Irish cream into it. It's not. Irish coffee is you add a bit of Irish whiskey to it, some sugar to sweeten it, and then cream on top. And what I forgot that we had were some Irish coffee mugs. Is that what this is? So here we go. It says Irish coffee on there. Yes. So this is regular coffee and some Jameson Irish whiskey. How much do we know? Just a drop. A wee drop. And I have some extra creamy oat milk in here, and that'll be the cream on top. I'm not adding sugar. We didn't add. Did you add sugar to it?
Is Cracker Barrel syrup sugar?
Cracker Barrel syrup, sugar, kind of. Yes.
I don't know if we have sugar.
Okay, so I've got a little. I'm going to whip this extra creamy oat milk up. All right. And then we're going to pour this on top. There. I'm not a barista, but that looks pretty good. I'm going to give this to you in a second. I don't know how to make designs here. But here we go. You are to drink it through the foam. There's the whiskey. Wonderful. Thank you for helping out with this. Awesome. Did she really put syrup in this? Can I just tell you that this is one of my favorite kitchen tools? This just whipping up. Well, you saw what I did. I so enjoy doing that. All right. There's our coffee for today. Irish mustache. That's correct. I feel like it was all foam there, and I really had to. Dreamer Deborah says sláinte, which is what the Irish say when they drink, right? And this is from Raglan Road at Disney Springs, and they put that right on their coasters. Awesome. Now, I'm not a big drinker, so I cannot tell you the last time I had whiskey. But I was clueless when I went to purchase that today. I'm like, I need an Irish whiskey. I was told that that's a good one. I don't know. I'm not sure. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome in from Spaceship Earth. Nerds! Will you be careful out there? Thanks for checking in. Ooh. Frother. I thought that said father at first. I'm going, all right. So my wife purchased, and this was a while ago, a couple weeks ago, some green things to eat. She was at Aldi. Aldi's great, by the way. And she found some green things for my St. Patrick's Day show, and I wasn't planning on necessarily having a St. Patrick's Day show because it was going to be on a Friday, not on a Tuesday. But I said, yeah, the following Tuesday, that's when I'll do it. So here we are celebrating the day after the day after the day after the day after St. Patrick's Day. So let's eat. Okay, the first thing that she got me was it's called Lucky Crunch Snack Mix, Clancy's brand. Clancy sounds Irish. So it looks like caramel corn and maybe yogurt covered pretzels, and I don't know what this is. Maybe a cookie. So I'm going to crack this open. Oh, maybe somebody cracked it open already. So this, yeah, that looks like a little cookie. Hang on. Yeah, like a tiny Oreo or Hydrox. Probably a Hydrox. And then the pretzels. And then the caramel corn, which is covered in a green frosting drizzle. This is melting in my hands, so I'm going to get a little bit of everything in one bite. As you might imagine, it's kind of sweet, but it's pretty good. I probably wouldn't be eating it if it wasn't green, but super happy to have it. Caramel corn is great, Deborah. It's among the best things on earth. So there's that. Next, has anybody else been watching the brand new season of The Mandalorian? Well, I have. I enjoy that show. I like how it calls back some characters and stories and tropes from the original Star Wars, the prequels, the sequels, the whatever. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. If you are a Star Wars fan, you're probably a Mandalorian fan. Anyway, my next green Aldi food find is this. Grogu Cake Bites. Now, are these from Aldi? I assumed they were. I think they are. Anyway, it says colorful vanilla cakes, green frosting, apple jelly, and galactic sprinkles. So the apple jelly has me intrigued. Oh. Whose flight was delayed? Deborah's flight was delayed? Oh. Holy moly. So they come in individual packs. Here's another one like that. Oh. So I'll crack this open. And I will imagine these are going to be sweet. These are going to be Little Debbie-ish, I'm guessing. I like playing the music hit. There it is. Galactic sprinkles. Apple jelly. Okay, so it's all sliced up. It looks like it feels like a very dense cake. All right, here we go. I wish I could make that happen. Well, I'll tell you this about the Mandalorian. What are they? Cake bites. These things. Very sweet, covered in a very sweet frosting. What I like about this, what makes it different, is that apple jelly. I'm getting a hint of, just a slight hint of apple in there, and it. So a normal cake snack like this, in a Hostess or Little Debbie or Entenmann's vein, would just be a very sweet chocolate, whatever color it is. It would be chocolate or even vanilla, I suppose. But the little hint of apple in there makes it just different enough to make it interesting. Now, I can't help but feel like, I mean, this is the color of Baby Yoda, and I'm eating it, and I don't like those thoughts there. I don't want to be eating Baby Yoda. But that's good. I just won't look at the thing. Again, these are the Mandalorian Baby Grogu cake bites. All right, that's the last time I'll play that. Yeah, one and done. That's good enough. But I'll have more of this. This is almost gone. Would I eat them again? I would rather spend my calories elsewhere. That they're too sweet for me. If I were desperate, yes, of course I'd have them. They're not horrible, but they're not great. But they're a little different, which gives them an extra point or two. I don't know. What would Annie think of them? She'd love them. I mean, she's the cupcake queen, and those are kind of cupcake-ish. Yeah. So it's a sugar bomb. Yeah, I'm guessing. I will look at the one package is 260 calories. So for these 3 little cakes like that, 260 calories. So divide that by 3, and I had 1/3 of that. I don't know. Oh no! I just spilled that. What now? I did that. Oh, I've got some pictures. A few weeks ago, I showed you some fun I had with some TikTok filters. I just did it again. Knocked it over twice, but it was already... I'm going to put that over there. If you could see this... Anyway. I showed you some TikTok filters, just pictures of myself and what the filters can do. And I came across another filter that made me giggle. Mar, that's exactly what I did. What are you going to do? Keyboards are... yeah. If you're going to spill it on any tech around here, the keyboard is the way to go. Oh, thanks. Yes. Anyway, this particular TikTok filter, I don't remember the exact name of it. It might be called eye distance. And what it does is at the bottom of the screen, you point the camera at yourself, of course, and then at the bottom of the screen is a slider. And if you go to the left with the slider, it makes your eyes appear like they're super close together. And if you move the slider to the right, the further you go with that, the wider your eyes appear. So first, the one I did with my eyes super close together. So here's what that looks like. And it looks pretty good. You know what it reminds me of? If anybody remembers the movie Krull, Krull from the 80s, sci-fi, like a medieval sci-fi movie. Liam Neeson is actually in that, and he plays an ogre, and he kind of looks like that. I mean, I've got two eyes there, but it reminds me of that. So that's you could see the slider in the middle of the screen there all the way to the left. And here's a picture I took just before today's show of the slider all the way to the right. And you could see it does a pretty good job. What people do on TikTok is they'll put that filter on without telling somebody, and then they'll hand somebody the phone to look at themselves in the phone, and then they'll see their eyes look weird. And then that's the video of people looking at themselves with their eyes super crazy like that. One eye was larger than the other, and I don't know if that was the filter or just me. I don't know if I was mid-sneeze like that. I don't know. I don't think I was. It is a little creepy, yeah, but fun and funny. So there's that. All right. Let's play a game. Let's play Chrono Photo. I do like playing that game. I'm still... I cut myself off. I'm still excited about this game. I think it's a lot of fun to play this game with you guys on this show. So we're going to get 5 pictures... And we have to guess in what year each picture was taken. At the bottom of the screen here is a slider, and that allows you to choose which year you think this picture was taken in. The earliest year we can choose is 1900, and the most recent year will be last year, 2022. Now, here's our first picture. That is Prince William. Is that his name? I'm not big on the monarchy. I think that dude is Prince William, and he's stealing a baby from the crowd? That's what it looks like to me. He looks super sketchy here. I'm guessing that's his baby. I'm going to rely on you guys because I thought their kids were only like 2 or 3 years old, which would make them like born during COVID, but nobody's wearing a mask. So I'm guessing the kids are older than I think they are. Okay. Donna says 2012 with a question mark. That's why I said it like that. PTV also. Paul says 2010. We got a 2011 from Movie Mania Nick. Molly says 2013. Noah says 2012. Kathy says 2015. Oh, that's a her. That's a baby girl, and he's taking her home from the hospital. The fact that Mar knows that and her guess is 2013 just makes me want to choose 2013. So that's what I'm going to do. 2013 it is. Submit. Well done, Mar. Awesome. So out of 1,000 points, we got 1,000 because Mar hit the bullseye with that one. 2013. Well done and thank you. Can we go perfect? I know it's only one picture, and probably not. Let's go to the next one as we wait for that to look. Okay, so now we have current and former presidents, and I'm guessing this picture was taken during the first George Bush administration because he is the most recent president in this picture. You've got Gerald Ford. Well, first it was Nixon was president, then Gerald Ford to his right, and then Jimmy Carter was after Ford, and then Reagan, and then after George Bush was Bill Clinton, and he's not in the picture. So I'm guessing this is, and good point, I see it, Donna says 84, Nick says 83. Perhaps George H.W. Bush wasn't president at this time. Maybe he's vice president here in this picture. But I'm thinking, because there are no other vice presidents in the shot, I'm thinking that George H.W. Bush is president at this time. So that would be from 1989 to 92, somewhere in there. That's my guess. And I can't tell by their styles in what year that might be. So I'm guessing it wasn't his first year in office, so that would be 89. So maybe 1990? I know a lot of you are saying 1990. Deborah, Molly, Kathy. Yes. PTV said it as well. I'm going 1990. I think that's a good guess for us. Here we go. 91. All right. 924 points. So out of a possible 2,000 so far, we have 1,924. Next picture. All right. This is Malcolm X. Malcolm X was assassinated in 65 or 62? I think 65. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So it's got to be before that. I don't know. Donna says 64. I think that's a good guess. So does Deborah says that too. Our first guesses are 64. That's what I'm going with. Ooh, 61. All right. Okay. So maybe he was assassinated in 63? I don't remember. I wasn't there. I was born in 71. All right. So still pretty good showing here. 777 points there. Next picture. Picture 4 of 5. Okay. This is where we might get screwed up here. But that appears to be a flag with a swastika. And when was that introduced? So that could be anywhere from early 30s to 1945, right? But this looks earlier than the 40s to me. Paul says 39. Deborah says still having more points than any other night. I think so. I think this is our best showing so far. Nick says 37. Molly, 1940. PTV says 1938. I like 1937. Movie Mania Nick, I'm going with 1937 here. I like that one. Let's see. Ooh, 31, even earlier than I thought. Wow. Well, I suppose if look at it, they do look like they're in a silent movie. Okay. Still good. What was our earliest guess? Was it that? 35? Somebody said 35. Oh. Oh, well. Yeah, that's tough. Those old ones are tough. All right, final picture. Not a clue. I have no idea. Where's Charlie? Charlie follows football, doesn't he? I don't know who the players are. Man. It looks like he's trying to catch the ball. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what teams they are. One appears to be the Samsung headphones. I don't know how they go. They're all like a football club, like Manchester Football Club, something like that, right? I'm looking at the player in the red striped shirt, and he's got a haircut. He's got the hard part there on the left side of his head with some length on top. And that was popular for a minute a couple of years ago. What else can I glean from this? What say you guys? Paul says 88, 2010. Donna says 2010. 2008, says Molly. Noah says 2004. PTV says 2014. These are all great guesses. What's Ryan saying? What moisturizer cream do you use? It's all genetics. I dip my face in a vat of Vaseline every evening. I do not. Thank you. That's kind of you to say. 2004. PTV makes a good point. The resolution of the picture is quite high. I'm thinking. My mom says 2015. I was thinking the what do you call the decade? The 20 single digits, the 20 aughts, something like that, maybe. Like 2007, I was going to say. I don't know. What is Mar saying? Is that... I don't know that name. I can't even say that name, Mar. Let's see. Samsung got big in 1990, says Paul. I don't think this picture was taken in the 90s. I think this is the 21st century. I'm focused on that guy's hair. A Nike soccer ball. What else? I'm going to say 2007. It could be anywhere. All our guesses are span a wide range here. Let's see. 2014. Who said that? Somebody. PTV said 2014. Holy moly. We end up with 3,789 points. One of our better showings. Thank you for playing that game with me. I do enjoy playing that. I hope you do too. What's going on now? Let's take an intermission, and then I'll come back with a top 15 list. A green top 15 list. Enjoy.
Looks like there's been a slight disagreement between friends. Well, here's a surefire way to patch things up. Just take 2 big, juicy, all-meat wieners, wrap them in oven-fresh buns, add ketchup, mustard, relish, and let's see. Here's one happy fella, and here's another. Yes, sir, everybody agrees that the hot dogs you find at our refreshment center are the best. Buy one for everybody. You'll agree they're delicious.
I'm just going to try this. I'll probably never have it again. You can see where I spilled. I'm not a big whiskey person, I guess. Okay. One of my very first, the very first top 15 list I ever did was around this time of year. It was around St. Patrick's Day. I can tell you the date. Let's see. I make a list. Okay, so, it was St. Patrick's Day in the year 2020. I've been doing top 15 lists for 3 years now. So the theme of it was green Disney characters. And you can look up that live stream. It was from March 17th, 2020. And then I had a St. Patrick's Day show 2 years ago, and that was green songs. Or maybe that was last year. Songs with the word green in the title. Also available on my channel if you're interested. And then there was a year in there where I didn't do a St. Patrick's Day show. I don't know if we were out of town or what was going on. I don't recall. But every St. Patrick's Day-ish top 15 list I've done has been green. So I needed to continue that. So I've come up with this list of movies with the word green in the title. Now, of these 15, I know it says Jim's top 15 green movies. I've only seen 3 or 4 of them. And I'll go through it quickly because I don't have much to say about these movies that I haven't seen. So, the Hitchhiking Bones are here. Welcome in. I trust you are going live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Is that true? Please let us know. Deborah S., am I Irish? A few years ago, I did one of those 23andMe things, and it came back I was 4% Irish. So, yeah, I don't know. But we're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day. I read that on a t-shirt. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let's get it started. Number 15 is, or are they in Bright Suns? Number 15 is a movie I have seen. I have seen The Green Mile. The Green Mile. Oh, I forgot my list. Holy cow. You know what? I'm going to play another intermission and get my list because I feel like I wanted to talk about what little I know of these movies. So I'm going to play another intermission. And I'll be back in hopefully 30 seconds.
What is it?
Say,
what is it?
Hey, why it's Buttercup. Popcorn and sweet cream butter, too hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight.
It's so munchy,
crisp and crunchy.
You'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched Buttercup, popcorn at its best.
Served in a king-size cup.
It beats all the rest.
Woo! I just made it back. Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience. Here's my list. The Green Mile. Directed by Frank Darabont. It's from 1999. There it is. The lives of guards on death row are affected by one of their charges. A black man accused of child murder and rape, yet who has a mysterious gift. He did not commit that crime. Falsely accused. Spoiler alert. Sorry about that. Okay, next. Number 14. This is a movie I have not seen. Am I winded? A little bit. I was just running. So, yeah. My heart rate is dangerously high right now. Okay. This is a French film by acclaimed director Francois Truffaut. I'm sounding pompous right now. It's only because it's fun to sound that way. I don't really know what I'm talking about. This is a movie called The Green Room. And this is from 1978. A French little town at the end of the 20s, Julien Devine is a journalist whose wife Julie died a decade ago. He gathered in the green room all Julie's objects. When a fire destroys the room, he renovates a little chapel and devotes it to Julie and his other dead persons. That's a weird description. Anyway, I haven't seen this. I've never seen this. It doesn't sound good to me either. But is he French New Wave? Is that what that is? Again, I don't know. I took a film class once upon a time, but never saw a Francois Truffaut film. Let's move on. But it had a green in the title, The Green Room. Next, another movie I have not seen, but it's more recent. Perhaps you have seen this one. This is 2011's The Green Hornet, directed by Michel Gondry, who is a usually directs music videos, or had. He also directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He's got a great imagination, and I can't believe he is the director of this movie, though I've never seen it. It doesn't seem like his type of movie. Anyway, The Green Hornet, based on the old TV show, which I assume was based on an old comic book. I don't really know. Following the death of his father, Britt Reed, heir to his father's large company, teams up with his late dad's assistant, Kato, to become a masked crime-fighting team. Now, in the TV show, Bruce Lee was Kato, and I forget who the Green Hornet was. I don't remember who Britt Reed was. But the notable thing about that show is I think it was Bruce Lee's start in Hollywood. But yeah, Michel Gondry, a student of mine years ago had a DVD collection of music videos directed by Michel Gondry, and they were all cool. They all had something unique about them. So I wonder if this movie is out of the ordinary, like not your normal action movie, in which would be the reason why it didn't do so well. Like people didn't like that. I don't know. Let's move on. Number 12. Okay, I cheated here a little bit. Not a theatrical release, although there may have been a theatrical release of this story before. But my wife loves the series of Anne of Green Gables movies, especially the 1985 TV miniseries of Anne of Green Gables, a Canadian production starring Megan Follows as Anne. And let's see, I don't think I saw some of it. I saw some of this. An orphan girl sent to an elderly brother and sister by mistake charms her new home and community with her fiery spirit and imagination. So it takes place, I think, at the turn of the 20th century, perhaps. I don't know. But I think it takes place on Prince Edward Island, or at least that's where it was filmed, I think. I should have looked more up about these things. But there have been a number of Anne of Green Gables iterations out there. There was one just a couple years ago on Netflix. Am I wrong about that? And I think there were some from the 40s. And so it's been a favorite of storytellers, video storytellers, for a long time. Ryan had to read that in elementary school. Really, I didn't have to. It wasn't required reading in any of my schools. Maybe that's where my wife first read it. I'm not sure. You can go to Green Gables. I think where they filmed the movie, or at least Prince Edward Island, is a tourist attraction having to do with Anne of Green Gables. And I think if I remember correctly, it's popular among Japanese tourists for some reason. I might be wrong about that. Let's move on. Number 11, another movie I have not seen, and I don't really remember this either. It stars Matt Damon, and it's not one of the Jason Bourne movies, but it's directed by the guy that directed the Jason Bourne movies. Green Zone from 2010, directed by Paul Greengrass. That's his name. I had to put this on the list. Green Zone. Discovering covert and faulty intelligence causes a U.S. Army officer to go rogue as he hunts for weapons of mass destruction in an unstable region. So, yeah, I don't remember seeing this or it ever being out. But, yeah. Yeah. From North to Neverland, welcome in. Prince Edward Island is like a state. It's over there by Nova Scotia, correct? I think that's right. But it's its own province. Yes. All right. Cool. Moving on. Number 10 on our list. Oh, by the way, I think I have a... oh, no. I didn't. I usually like to have the scrolling thing. I forgot to make that. It says it's still about the pie list I had. I can't use it. Where are we? Number 10. Oh, okay. Maybe some of you have seen this. It's on Disney Plus. It's the only Disney movie on the list that I can recall. It's a soccer movie called The Big Green. I've never seen it. From 1995, it was directed by Holly Goldberg Sloan. A teacher on exchange from England is placed in an underachieving Texas school where she coaches the students in soccer, improving their self-esteem and leading to unexpected success. That's that goalie there that's sitting on the ground. That's the kid from The Sandlot, right? I think. Yeah, Nick just said it, and he's seen it. I've never seen it. How many of these have I seen so far? About 1.5. About 1.5. All right. Back to me. Next, number 9. Okay, this one I've never heard of, but I know the stars of the movie. It stars Anthony Perkins. You know him as Norman Bates. Well, he's the star. He's not the star. He's the male lead in a movie called Green Mansions. A young man in the jungles of Venezuela meets a strange girl of the forest and falls in love with her. Well, yeah, you're probably going to fall in love with her when she's being played by Audrey Hepburn. That's the girl he found in the jungles of Venezuela. I don't know if she's playing a Venezuelan in this movie. I don't know much of the plot here, but it's from 1959, directed by Mel Ferrer, and it's not in no relation to Jose Ferrer or his son. What was his name? I don't remember. Cousin of George Clooney. Oh, well. Green Mansions. All right. Haven't seen that one either. Okay, where are we? Oh, it's 8 o'clock? All right. Here we go. Number 8 is Fried Green Tomatoes from 1991, directed by John Avnet. A housewife who is unhappy with her life befriends an old lady at a nursing home and is enthralled by the tales she tells of people she used to know. I want to say this was in the movie theaters when I was an usher in 1991. Because I've seen parts of this movie, and I'm thinking that's where I saw it. This is based on a book written by Fannie Flagg. Remember her? All right. Next. If you meet Audrey Hepburn in a jungle, then you're not in a jungle. Indeed. That's my point. Number 7, where are we? Oh, okay, I've seen this one. I think my mom mentioned this one. Soylent Green from 1973, directed by Richard Fleischer. A nightmarish, futuristic fantasy about the controlling power of big corporations and an innocent cop who stumbles on the truth. Look at this poster. This movie takes place in the year 2022. How amusing is that? It takes place in, is it a dystopian future? I don't recall seeing this entire movie. I know I rented it once, but I think I just wanted to see the end because the end had been spoiled for me, as I think maybe all of us know the end of this movie. But I wanted to see that reveal, so I rented the movie one time, but I do not think I watched the whole thing. I just watched the end. Again, it takes place in the year 2022, or what they thought the year 2022 would look like. Look at that Earth Mover. That's not an Earth Mover. That shovel truck. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Full of people. All right. Sir Gary of the Beach is welcome in. No, you've been here. Still good to see you here. Let's move on. Here I am. Number 6. I remember this movie being out. I may have seen this, but I have no memory of the movie Green Card, directed by Peter Weir. From 1990, a man wanting to stay in the U.S. enters into a marriage of convenience, but it turns into more than that. My mic, I saw my mic went out briefly. I hope I'm back now. Let's get through this, Jim. All right. Number 5. Let's go. Number 5. John Wayne in The Green Berets, directed by Ray Kellogg, John Wayne, and Mervyn LeRoy, who's uncredited. Colonel Mike Kirby picks 2 teams of crack Green Berets for a mission in South Vietnam. First off is to build and control a camp that is trying to be taken by the enemy. The second mission is to kidnap a North Vietnamese general. This is from 1968, also starring David Jansen and Jim Hutton. We're counting down green movies. Number 4 on the list. I don't know if I saw this whole movie. I know I saw some of it. Number 4 is Green Lantern, starring Ryan Reynolds. This is from 2011, directed by Martin Campbell. Reckless test pilot Hal Jordan is granted an alien ring that bestows him with otherworldly powers that inducts him into an intergalactic police force, the Green Lantern Corps. I remember seeing some of this. I remember the scene where he puts on the suit. I don't remember much else, and I'm guessing other people don't remember much from it either. But, yeah, it flopped, and this was going to be Ryan Reynolds' big star-making leading man action hero performance, and that didn't happen. But then he made Deadpool happen. That was all him. And I heard Ryan Reynolds just sold his stake in Mint Mobile for over $1 billion. He's doing all right. Next, number 3 on my list of green movies with green in the title. I believe this is the very first Academy Award winner for Best Picture. I might be wrong about that, but I know it won Best Picture, and I'm thinking it's the very first. But maybe I'm wrong about that. This is 1941's How Green Was My Valley, directed by John Ford. At the turn of the century, in a Welsh mining village, the Morgans, he stern, she gentle, raise coal mining sons and hope their youngest will find a better life. Starring Walter Pidgeon, Maureen O'Hara, and a young Roddy McDowell plays their son. You might know him as Cornelius from Planet of the Apes, among other things. I know him as the butler from the movie Scavenger Hunt. And the TV werewolf hunter from the original Fright Night. That's how I know Roddy McDowell. I think what's notable about this, if this wasn't the very first Best Picture winner, this movie, I think, maybe beat out Citizen Kane as Best Picture that year. Citizen Kane is widely regarded as one of the greatest movies ever made, and How Green Was My Valley is only mentioned on the More Sunshine Please live streams every 3 years. So I'm sure it's a great movie. John Ford knew what he was doing, so yeah, there's that. Number 2 on my list is a movie I remember hearing about, but I never saw it. It is from 1993, The Scent of Green Papaya, directed by An Hung Tran. A Vietnamese servant girl, Mui, observes lives with 2 different Saigon families. The first, a woman textile seller with 3 boys and a frequently absent husband. The second, a handsome young pianist with his fiancée. So I suppose that's the girl on the poster, and the handsome young couple there on either side of the screen there for you to view. This was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film in 1994. It did not win. I don't know what won that year, but I remember the name of this movie, but I didn't see it. Oh, he was the butler in Overboard. Thanks, Kathy. You're right about that. I forgot. Roddy McDowell. Finally, number 1 on my list is a movie I did see. It was just released a few years ago. It did win Best Picture at the Academy Awards. It's 2018's Green Book from director Peter Farrelly. He, you know him as directing comedies like There's Something About Mary and Dumb and Dumber, stuff like that. Well, he went and he would direct those movies with his brother, and then he went on his own and directed this movie based on a real story of these 2 guys. One, an African-American classical pianist, and his bodyguard/driver, who's Italian-American. He's played by Viggo Mortensen. Mahershala Ali is the pianist, and it won Best Picture a few years ago. So, yeah, that's that. It is 8:09. I've been on way too long. Yeah, it was an enjoyable movie. Agreed. Thank you all for your patience with me, and I hope my keyboard is okay. It doesn't look great. Anyway, I assume Mouse Talk is on, so we can head over there. If they're not, Hitchhiking Bones at 10 p.m. Eastern. So, thank you all. I'll be back next week, next Tuesday, for another live stream. Thank you all for stopping by and having fun playing games and watching me eat stuff. So, until next week, I will say goodnight. Bye, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.